being busy and not always available to spend time with them. We've also noticed that my family tends to exchange generous gifts, which has led me to worry that we might be spending too much on his family compared to our own. Last Christmas, my Sil seemed upset when we exchanged gifts, and later confided in us that our presents made her feel uncomfortable and stressed. She mentioned that it felt like we were flaunting our wealth. We apologized and decided to scale back on our gift giving in the future. However, I've always had some reservations about this change, and it's been on my mind ever since. At my SIL's baby shower, I wanted to get it right. I asked a coworker who recently had a baby for some guidance. I was 5 kilometers from the atomic-like explosion that happened in Beirut today. Update below. Sorry for this guys, but it's 4 AM and I can't sleep from what happened. Tragedy is beyond words and I need to let OT out. A huge explosion happened today 5 kilometers or so from where I live. It was. The sheer terror I'm still trying to process is overwhelming. Just hours ago, I was mere kilometers away from a catastrophic event that shook the very foundations of Beirut. Update below. Forgive me for this late-night outpouring, but I'm still reeling from the trauma and tragedy that unfolded just a short distance from my home. The words are inadequate to describe the devastation. A massive explosion, equivalent in destructive power to 19% of the Hiroshima blast, ripped through the city, leaving an unfathomable trail of destruction in its wake. The death toll is staggering, with more than 100 lives lost and over 4,000 injured. The numbers are expected to quadruple as the situation continues to spiral out of control. Hospitals are overwhelmed, sending SOS messages pleading for the public to refrain from bringing in more injured. The sheer scale of the disaster has left the medical community reeling, with several prominent hospitals forced to evacuate patients to the streets due to structural damage. As I sat in my living room, participating in an online meeting, the initial blast shook my windows violently. My first instinct was to rush to the safety of the hallway, protected by sturdy walls and a distance from the shattered glass. But as I stumbled towards my pregnant AITA for telling step-sis her disfigurement is karma for being a trash human? I 27F am engaged to T30M. We met when I was 8 and became BFFs, but lost contact when I moved in with dad, stepmom, SM, and stepsis V29F when I was 15. 4 years ago, we found one another again and am I the a-hole for telling my stepsister she's gotten a taste of her own medicine for being a heartless person? I'm a 27-year-old woman engaged to my fiancé, T30. We've known each other since we were kids, but lost touch when I moved in with my dad, stepmom, and stepsister, V, when I was 15. 4 years ago, we reconnected and discovered we'd both harbored secret feelings for each other, but were too afraid to express them. I was hesitant to ruin our friendship, while T had self-doubts about his appearance and believed I deserved someone more attractive. T suffered an accident, resulting in scarring and a facial prosthetic. It took a lot to convince him that I find him handsome and attractive beyond his physical appearance. Unfortunately, V and my stepmom are beauty-obsessed and constantly judge others based on their looks. My dad knew T, but I was apprehensive about introducing him to my stepmom and V due to their critical nature. When T proposed, my dad insisted we visit for a celebration dinner, so T could meet them. I warned T in advance, but didn't want to disappoint my dad. During the dinner, activists, be more environmentally friendly and don't use plastics. McDonald's, you sure about that? McDonald's in the UK has always used plastic straws in their restaurants. In the UK, these straws are 100% recyclable. After increasing and unbearable pressure from anti-plast, environmental advocates urge a shift towards eco-friendliness, limit plastic use and adopt sustainable practices. McDonald's, a UK-based fast food giant, traditionally employed plastic straws in their establishments. In the UK, these straws were 100% recyclable, minimizing their environmental impact. However, under relentless pressure from anti-plastic activists, McDonald's finally relented and replaced plastic straws with paper straws. Although paper straws are biodegradable, a critical issue arises in the UK, where there is a severe shortage of landfill space to accommodate the massive waste generated by McDonald's. A staggering hundreds of millions of straws are used annually. The company's response to this dilemma has been to incinerate the paper straws in power plants, resulting in the emission of hundreds of millions of tons of carbon dioxide each year. This drastic shift from utilizing a nearly carbon-neutral, fully recyclable material to a non-recyclable substance that contributes significantly to global heating and climate crisis is puzzling. The outcome appears counterintuitive, as it seems to be moving away from environmental responsibility. It's better for the environment, the company suggests, raising questions about the true sustainability of their decision. Source: BBC article, McDonald's paper straws AITA for telling my GF I do not want her sterilizing her menstrual cup in our kettle? My GF and I have been together for nearly 2 years now. We get along great and already have moved in with each other. I am a pretty laid-back guy and like to go with the flow, whilst she is V. Are you the asshole, AITA, for being upset when your girlfriend used the kettle to sterilize her menstrual cup? My girlfriend and I have been together for nearly 2 years now. We live together and get along great. She's very organized and likes to take charge, which works well for us since we have compatible personalities. Our differing approaches to life often lead to interesting discussions and compromises. Recently, we had a conversation about women's sanitary products, specifically menstrual cups. We were discussing how expensive disposable products can be and decided to try out a menstrual cup, called the Mooncup. She initially struggled to get used to it, but after her second period, she adjusted to it well. However, we had a disagreement when I discovered that she had been using our kettle to sterilize her menstrual cup. I'm from the UK, where a good cup of tea is essential, and I always make sure to empty the old water from the kettle before filling it up. When I found the menstrual cup in the kettle, I was taken aback and called out to her. She explained that she had been using the kettle to sterilize it, thinking I was aware of it. I expressed my concerns about using the kettle for such a purpose, emphasizing that it's TIFU my first toy I have purchased at 27 years. I'm 27-year-old guy from a rural part of India. During my childhood, my family wasn't in a situation to buy me a toys I liked the most. Spider-Man is always my favorite superhero and he is even today. Finally, yesterday, November 4th, A tale of my first toy purchase at 27. Growing up in a rural part of India, I never had the luxury of acquiring the toys I most desired as a child. Spider-Man has always been my top choice among superheroes, and even to this day, he holds a special place in my heart. Yesterday, November 4th, I finally found myself in a position to purchase a Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming action figure. Product code A6655AS0D, which is my first ever Spider-Man toy. The nostalgia it brought back was